Does my voice really matter? Does God hear me?
Okay, so the next section was about the angel voices filling the sky, and they brought in their song the promise of God, saying peace is for everybody, absolutely everybody. So in that place of clamour that we just talked about, where even the hidden voices were saying, have got a voice, come on, you can be heard. God is saying, even in that place of clamour, I'm speaking peace over you. Hear what the angels are singing. And then, if we needed any more kind of encouragement, we hear Jesus say, come to me, all you labour, find your rest in me. And so Jesus is inviting people into that place of peace. And one of my favourite bits of the song, I think, because of how it links us with the past and with tradition, I'm struck that, you know, we're not just singing our little song here in this dot of eternity, that we're actually part of a tradition that has been going on since God first sang over creation and said, let there be light. And so that part of the song that talks about mothers and daughters, sons and fathers singing the song of love come down. And I love the fact that we're a part of that tradition, that it's not just about the sung worship context, it's about us living the song, and we've got people that we can look at, that we can respect and admire and say, oh, you sang the song. And so that was part of the run-up, if you like. So God in Jesus, Song of Heaven, and how you sung that in Jesus, help me now live that life and sing that song with everything that I've got. And as you know, we then go on to our second improvising bit, and that was the Hallelujah, where we started off with our phrases, but then we kind of encouraged everybody to kind of sing their own song, symbolic, if you like, of we're all living that song and living our lives from very different places, as we've said earlier. So I guess my question is how, challenging question, last question, but how would you say you are living the sound? How are you living the sound of Love Come Down? Tim, what would you say to that?
Yeah, I think I really like that last verse as well, because I think it really struck me on how the way that God chooses to enter into our world to bring that peace is through like a child, a baby, and how messy that is, and how actually life is really messy. This idea of living out God's praises is a messy thing in our lives. And just with what Gemma was saying about this, you know, the voices in the darkness, these really quiet, difficult to come out voices, do they matter to God? And yeah, and it's just thinking about how those things kind of come together. How does that work out? How does Jesus' coming as a baby work out in history? And how do we join in with that kind of song? And for me, I think one of my big struggles at the moment, what I'm trying to work out is how to be a dad, how to be a good father, and even last night, just kind of trying to put my son to sleep, laying him down, and he was really upset and crying, and I'm singing him a song, and just in that kind of space where we're just trying to work out life as a father and a son, and Jesus is there, and he is, yeah, in that it's worship as well, because he allows us to be who we are, and he values that as well.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Tim. Thank you. What about you, Phil? How would you say you're living the sound?
Well, I think for me that last verse really spoke of new beginnings. So it spoke to me about not allowing myself to be defined by what's happened in the past, but to invite God into the present and to journey afresh with Him. My life has not been perfect, but I accept that with Him I can start from here to make better decisions, not be defined by the failures or disappointments of the past, but there's a fresh hope for the future. I love the way the song finished on the Alleluias. I could have sung that for eternity from there. So yeah, very much a fresh start.